Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. Today we're going to be trying something a little cheaty to get started. So one of the main things that I really like about Tinker's Construct is, besides the amazing tools you can make, like my new hammer that I made over the course of last day or so, paper beats rock. Yes, it does. Anyway, one of the things I really like about Tinker's Construct and some of the interactions it had with, say, thermal expansion, and originally with industrial craft, but that is no longer the case, was that you could actually put a modifier on the tools that would let you power the item through energy rather than durability. And what will happen with it is once the energy runs out, it'll start wearing down durability, so it's a pretty good trade-off. Unfortunately, right now in Bevo's Tech Pack, you can't add the flux modifier to any Tinker's Construct tools because the mod, Tinker's Construct, looks specifically for two items out of thermal expansion. No thermal expansion, no items, no flux. That is unfortunate considering that redstone flux is not just restricted to thermal expansion. It's a few mods use it and more than a few are able to charge it. For example, this mechanism energy cube here, it can recharge an item that runs off of redstone flux. Can't do it with the stuff from IC2, but I believe that the Ender IO capacitors can do so as well. I would have to make one up to test, but I am pretty certain that they can do that. So what I've been doing is I've been cheating. What I have done is I went ahead and I made a one-off little mod that interacts with Tinker's Construct and tells it to hey, well, maybe while you're loading, go ahead, search for this item for mechanism called an energized tablet, and if you find it, go ahead and add it to the list of things that count as a battery for making a flux modifier. And it's worked in testing. I honestly haven't yet tested it in this pack. I went ahead and added the mod to Bevo's Tech Pack here. This is just for me to use until thermal expansion is released, and hopefully it gets added to this pack. I don't know if it's actually coming to Bevo's Tech Pack. I hope it is. But until it's here, if it gets here, we're about to see if I can actually put flux on this hammer. So we're going to go ahead and put a hammer right there. Now, if this works, we should see flux on the hammer, just like so. That's awesome. Alright, so now we have a... see, this is a redstone lapis flux hammer, and it should still have one modifier left on there. So let's go ahead and take that out. And we do need to charge this thing up. The only unfortunate bit is that it's going to take a while to charge that thing completely full. So what I'm thinking I want to do is, I'm still got my dirt over there, it's still doing its thing, I still don't have anywhere near enough dirt. Actually, let's get a quick little check-in. Up and away. There we go. So as you can see, I've been filling some stuff in. Right now that is a 2-layer thick thing of dirt, so there's not enough room for anything to spawn. I think maybe baby zombies can spawn down there. I'm honestly not too terribly sure. But right now it's pretty much just acting like a mob farm, which is not desirable. There we go. We're going to sacrifice that one wheat so that it'll continue producing dirt. So what I'm thinking of doing for now, while that's doing its thing over there, is I want to move my nether portal up to here, and I want to have it across from where the portal to the Twilight Forest is, so that I can have this as my general hub area for, like, interdimensional travel. And maybe get started on setting up, maybe... whoa! Maybe set up the groundworks for a forward base in the nether so that I have something a little bit more, well, useful than a cobblestone room over a thing of lava. Because it works, yeah, don't get me wrong, but it's not ideal. Oh, witch. That witch. Alright. Okay, let's go back in here and see if this thing's got enough of a charge on it. I gotta tell you, I'm really excited to see if this thing works right. It should be just fine. Okay, let's take that out for now. How's the jetpack? It could use a little more juice. And that was easy. Alright. And let's go down to this mine shaft that looks terrible. Alright, where do we want to go? Okay, this looks good. So there's lava there, and I bet there's lava there too. Anyway, it's go ahead. Yeah, there is. However, that works perfectly. Stop spreading. Alright. So it took no durability damage and only took a little bit of redstone flux. You know, I kind of like the mechanism jetpack that's a little bit slower than this guy, but it is so much easier to charge this. Oh, that's so nice. I'm in my happy place right now. Please don't mind me. Welcome back to the not exciting place that is my nether. So there's not a lot of stuff here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. There we go. There's not a lot of stuff here. I pretty much only have gone in and out. I've done some exploring. I've not found a nether fortress or anything. And one of the things that's really hampered me from finding, say, another fortress is the fact that to recharge my backpack, I need to go all the way back to the overworld, put it in my energy cube, and then come back to the nether. And it's not really hard to do so. However, the two transitions between nether to overworld and then overworld to nether, it's not fun. So what we're going to do real quick is I am going to set up a forward base here, right where this sits, and to do so, we're basically going to just try to purtify this a little bit. And before we can even do that, this wall's got to come down. We are exposing ourselves to the nether. With any luck, we're not going to be attacked. That would be unfortunate. And I won't walk off the side of the platform with my free runners, which have the step assist. I would probably actually be safer to take those things off right now. There we go. Alright, so what I'm thinking about, we're just going to do something really simple. This is not going to be terribly amazing or pretty or anything. It's just going to be... there we go. It's just going to be a basic... can I break this without destroying the portal? Good. It's going to be a little basic area. It's, however, not going to be cobblestone. It's going to be something that stands out a little bit better. And, well, you know, actually, I'm not sure how much better it will stand out. We're going to be using bloodwood as the floor. Let's see, this is already... I hear ghast. Alright, as long as it doesn't see me yet, we're okay. Alright, so that is 4 across, and then that is an even room. I hate even portal size. This is... We can fix that, actually. We have enough obsidian here. I believe in this version of Minecraft you can do odd-shaped portals, so I can make this a 3x3 portal. Excellent. Alright, so anyway, so this is 8 across. I can count, I promise. This is 8 across. The room we're going to go for, let's go ahead and make it, not counting the walls, let's make it 13. And we'll expand towards the lava. So it'll be 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, and then walls. And this bloodwood is it is wood, but it is not flammable, so it's perfectly safe above the lava. It's not going to break or anything. And of course, stone brick's not going to break either. Okay, what is our size going this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I think just to make things interesting, we're not going to do a perfectly square room. What I will do is have it kind of derpily rounded. 3, 2, 1. And if I do... That's not centered. Yes, forget it. Let's just go ahead and do square. I do need to farm a lot more bloodwood for this, though, I fear. Tell you what, I am going to go ahead and finish up the basis of this, and then... Oh! We'll be right back. I'm glad that was fall damage and not lava damage. Alright, so I have a little bit of better landing area in the Nether now. It's pretty basic. It is basically just a square room with some very minimal decoration. The biggest change is the fact that I actually have some space to walk around in the Nether. And the reason why this is important to me right now is the fact that I need to set up some machinery in here. And it's actually, let's turn off this. I don't need that anymore. It's completely safe in here. The only monsters that can get in here are those that come through my Nether portal, but we'll be taking care of that on the other side to ensure that doesn't happen. Oh, and I made it a square portal so it fits a little bit better. No more odd portals. Yes. Well, no more even portals like an MacLeod. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I have here a heat generator from Mechanism. These guys are pretty neat. They will actually generate power based on if they're exposed to lava on a certain number of sides. I believe it's hard-coded that they do 5 joules per side that it is coated in lava. But they also have a passive generation amount based on if they are in the Nether. And if they're in the Nether, they generate 100 joules per tick. Now, as to what that translates to in power, that's 40 redstone flux a tick just to exist in the Nether. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. And these guys are really cheap. To make these, I believe you just need, there we go, 3 iron, 2 copper, an osmium ingot, 2 planks, and a furnace. So that's really easy, really cheap power. And it's completely free. It is definitely possible to just make like an array of these guys. Because right now, between these 2 blocks, with nothing in them, I'm getting 80 redstone flux a tick, which is nice. Anyway, the reason why I have these guys here, they're not going to get full use yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some basic machinery set up here so that for things I'm doing in the Nether, like say pumping lava, I'll be able to just power it from this stuff. And maybe have some other things running here, though we're not quite that far just yet. I want to see how the powered spawners behave from Ender IO if you put a skeleton spawner in the Nether. I'm hoping it'll make withers. Hoping. Don't know. Hoping. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get a little juice here. Wrong slot. Excellent. This is definitely going to be useful. And this takes a little bit longer to charge. There we go. Now, the only thing that's missing from here that you probably have realized is a way in and out. For right now, I'm not too terribly worried about that. There is something I'm planning I would like to add as a way to get in and out, but I don't have the ability to make it yet, so rather than spoil what it is, I'm going to just leave this as a safety cube. It's very safe. I mean, ideally, I think what I'd really like to do would be to have like a little lava pool that I can just swim out and under, but I would need immunity to fire damage yet, and I've yet to find a Nether fortress. Which actually brings me up to the next topic. I am going to go exploring to try to find a fortress. Now, unfortunately, this is a rather laggy affair as it sits currently. It's Forge has been doing stuff to get better, but it's not quite there yet. And as such, I'm not going to be doing it on camera, but if I find one, I will be sure to let you guys know. It's zooming. Stop that. Get off. Thank you. Alright, so I actually finally found a Nether portal. This only took me about 45 minutes of exploring the Nether. Granted, I did not take the most direct route here. I'm about 720 blocks away from my portal, which is down that way. For once, I had the foresight to make a note of it on the map so that I didn't get lost. Anyway, so if we're lucky, in here we're going to be finding some nether wart and maybe a blaze spawner or 2. And I'm going to Well, I'm going to be destroying the blaze spawners. I'm hoping, I don't know for sure, but I hope that we can use them with the Ender IO powered spawners. Alright. So we have the hammer at the ready. This guy's going to be really useful in here because if I do run across any, say, skeletons or whatever, hammers do extra damage to undead. Plus it has a Fortune 1, Looting 1, so it's just a little bit of extra loot if we do kill any skeletons. Alright. Though so far this isn't looking too terribly. I hear fire. I don't know if that's a blaze or if that is a fire. There's lava down there. Okay, so this looks to be a dead end. Alright, let's see what's in the chest. Nether wart, horse armor. Let's take the chest. Well, that's odd. Okay, let's just move on. The chest that's not there, though, is there. This is amazingly dark. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and block this path off. It is a dead end. There's no reason to go that way. This is not a path, though it does look like it branches over. There we go, and there should be another wart down there. See, gold armor, saddle. The chest. Alright, let's see what's in the chest. More gold. Can I actually use this horse armor for anything? If I could melt it down, that would be moderately useful, but I can't. So that's probably going to stay in the chest, and I can't even do anything with the chest plate. Nor the sword, really, so we'll put that back. You know what, let's put back the iron armor, too. I really don't like horses in Minecraft. Of horses or donkeys, I'd rather have a donkey just because it's portable storage, and this is still laggy as all heck. Alright, so we're at the outside of the fortress now. If we jump up a little bit, can we see any blaze areas? Alright, let's go back down this way. Alright, so it should be a left, and then another left, and down we go. Hello, skeleton. Alright. There's just so much frickin' stuff in here. Alright, so look, by the map, that looks to be a dead end. Let's get the nether wart. I already have some soul sand, so really don't... Technically I don't even need to get this stuff since I got that stuff in the chest, but I do want to make sure that I have a surplus of soul sand. Alright, is there anything over that way? No. So we come down, go across, there is another thing of nether wart over here. Let's go upstairs. Okay, it's a dead end. Okay, we got a lava pool. Alright, so maybe we'll run into a, check out this way. Darn you and your mechanism armor. So this is just the top of a little, no, yeah, there's no spawner over here. Let's go ahead and go from the outside and look, it'll be easier. If this doesn't have a blaze spawner and all this, I'll be sad. It might be over this way, though. Oh, this is a very large fortress. Oh, wow, I just saw that on the map. I don't think I need to worry. What I do need to do, though, is go up. Alright, how's my jetpack going? Alright. I think I was here before already. So yeah, we're actually going to go forward here, take a left, and then take another left. Oh, 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 oh. That would be a blaze spawner. Alright, let's have something to eat. Let's see what the persimmon does. I should have brought punji sticks. And while we have this going, we might as well put down the heat generator there. That way it'll build up some power since I am going to be here for a little bit. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead... Oh! Ow, ow, ow. Pain. Suffering. Ouch. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try to secure these guys. And I will be back as soon as I'm ready to either exit or tell my sad tale of defeat. The battle was hard fought, but I have emerged victorious. I have on me a broken blaze spawner, 12 blaze rods, and I'm not dead for the best bit. I still have my 46 levels. I'm very excited. Okay, that said though, I am officially now in the runaway mode. I have got to get back to my nether portal before I die and lose everything. I don't want to do that. We're going to be going for a straight line right back to the portal. We're not going to bother repairing anything. Let's put this back on, pick up the heat generator, and no, we're doing a straight line out of here. Please don't fail me now. I've got some food left, some hunger left, but it is getting fairly low, so I definitely don't want to stay and fight anything, and I don't want to run if I absolutely don't have to. The main thing, though, is going to be avoiding fights. Alright, anyway. If this goes well, I will actually be able to get started on some stuff that I've been putting off. And as odd as it sounds, one of the things I want to get started with is... What is this thing? Fireflower. Alright, oh yeah, new Metacraft. Anyway, so one of the things that I actually want to get started with is, now that I can get blaze rods willy-nilly, is I'd like to make some ender chests. Just because they go a very long way to making things easy to automate from different areas. Not to mention, you know, blaze powder, blaze rods used in so much stuff. Can now make Eyes of Ender. It's all very exciting. Alright, and we're almost home. Yeah, when I found the Nether Fortress, I actually tunneled through pretty much the top layer of netherrack straight across. I almost killed myself by digging into a lava flow a few times. As a matter of fact, my tunnel's right there. So let's go ahead and just hop right here. You see all the netherrack that I just dropped on the ground after I was done tunneling. Alright. Are you kidding me? Not one nitro creeper. Not 2 nitro creepers. That was at least 4 of them. Okay, we're going to be making an alternative path. Since this is not going to be terribly exciting, I will go ahead and... oh. I'll go ahead and cut here. I'll be right back. Everything wants to kill me. I've got 2 ghasts on me. There is a mother brood spider over there. I don't know where she went. However, she's been following me for quite a bit. The good news is, though, that we are less than 10 chunks to go. We can see my thing on the map. That's awesome. And there should be a walkway right over here. No, I might have gone the other way. I did. Alright, so I tell you what, we are going to do the only sensible thing. And we are just going to... oh, no, we don't need a punch a hole. Yeah, we do. Never mind. It wasn't loaded all the way. I thought there was an opening there. There we go. I would call that a great success. Yes, very much so. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this guy back down. This guy should be fully charged, right? And back to the overworld. As bad as this is going to sound, I don't remember if I showed this, but I went ahead and I moved the nether portal from down there to up here. I left it as an even shaped up here just because the portal for the Twilight Forest is also even. Alright, and it is definitely not safe up here. There has been a bit of a snafu with my dirt farm here. Applied Energy Sticks updated, and when they updated, they added a recipe to... oops, they added their recipes to Mechanism Machine, so you can like grind down the Acertus Quartz into Acertus Quartz dust, which is good. But they also added in the recipes for grinding down wheat to flour. Unfortunately, that overrides the Mechanism recipe of grinding down wheat to biofuel. So it's currently non-operational until it gets updated again. Alright. I can definitely find something else to put my attention to, though. Alright, let's get back in here. Get in! Thank you. Alright, so we have this stuff here. Let's go ahead and just put this in here right now. Found some lapis while in the nether, actually. There was it was like basically a huge chunk of regular stone in the middle of a bunch of netherrack, and it had a bunch of ores and stuff in it. I don't know what mod does that. It was just purely ores and stuff. It was, well, ores and stone. There was redstone I got from there. I also had, that's where I got this 28 iron. I actually got more iron from that than I have for most of my mining trips. It's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and put that in to be processed. So I think it's only fair that the next thing up that I make is going to be the Ender IO powered spawner. So let's see if we can find it. Spawner. There we go. Powered spawner. It takes 4 electrical steel, a machine chassis, a basic capacitor, 2 vibrant crystals, and a head of some sort. I don't know if it needs to be the kind of head for the thing that you're making. I'm thinking it doesn't, because you have to combine the combine with broken spawner and an anvil to make it work. So the only thing I know I do need is I'm going to need to make these vibrant nuggets, and I'm going to need to make 2 ingots worth. And there are energetic alloy and ender pearls, so I'm going to need 2 ender pearls. Yeah, I think I might actually have 2 ender pearls. 1, 2. Excellent. Glowstone, red... oh, I think I actually have stuff together. This is This is very dangerous. Let's see, do we have any, oh, there we go. This stuff's great. If you're playing Bevo's Tech Pack, or if you have if you're in a pack that has Spice of Life and has Natura and Harvestcraft, there's something really awesome that you can do to these blackberries. So if you look at it right now, it's going to refill, it looks like about half of a shank and just a little tiny bit of saturation. The main thing about these is you can keep eating them even when you're full, and it just keeps increasing the saturation rating, which is good. But if you craft these guys with a juicer, just like so, you'll get a blackberry juice. It does not use up the juicer, but you do get this, and this gives you back a lot more food and a lot more saturation. These things are amazingly good for survival, and if you get a variety of bushes and stuff, you can pretty much just subsist off of berries really easily. You go away. Oh, thank you for the ingot. Oh, no, I don't want to deal with you. Alright. That said, going up against monsters with no vital health is always a bad idea. It is time for some science. Alright, so if we go ahead and look over here, I have everything set up to make the powered spawner, so it's fairly good. I just used some of the zombie heads I had left over from when I was messing around with the zombie generators, which I still need to expand upon later. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to take this guy. By itself, it does nothing. You need to combine it with a broken spawner. It just happens to have, I have a few broken spawners. I have 2 zombies in the chest over there, as well as 2 skeletons. But we're going to be using the blaze spawners right now. And we have this now handy dandy anvil, which I'm kind of curious as how it's slightly damaged. I just put it down. I guess it might have fell a little bit. Anyway, so we're going to powered spawner and blaze spawner, and it shows it will enchant to create a powered spawner blaze. Supply with power to activate, upgrade with capacitors to increase speed and energy storage. I gotta tell you, this is actually the first mod I've ever seen that would use the anvil for crafting something. That's really neat. It is nighttime outside. This is not a good time to actually go ahead and do this. We want to make sure that if we have any spawns, it is going to be stuff that would be from the spawner only. We don't want to get swarmed by the undead hordes at night. Alright, so this is better. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the inside of my little island dome sphere thingy here. And we're going to set up so that when the stuff spawns that it falls down into a pool of water. And I am 95% sure that if you drop blazes in water that they're not going to, well, at one point they would not drop the drops. I don't know if that's still the case. So right now we're just going to see what happens. So we're going to fill in this bottom circle here with water. And while kind of boring, it is a necessary step. Get out of there. Did I really just do that? I swear, if this loses the, okay, still good. It's still good. Crisis averted. Alright. And it's just going to be a matter of pushing this out a block at a time, because this will slowly expand out the actual area of stable water. So just over here. Oh, and in the corner there. Alright, so there we go. Completely still water, so the blazes fall in. If they're not aggroed on me, they will just drop straight down into the water and then die a horrible death. And I am all for them dying a horrible death. Alright, do I have any blocks on me? I have very few. Let's change. I swear this minimap thing is going to drive me crazy. Okay, let's change the hover mode. Alright, so there is dead center. Alright, and we'll go ahead and do the spawner here. Oh, this is going to be harder than I thought. Oh, okay, we're good. Alright, so the configuration of this just shows that it takes 160 redstone flux per tick, it looks like. So this means it's going to be working at basically a third speed if I have it hooked up to this generator. Actually, it might be worse than that. It might be a quarter speed. Anyway, so configuration. I'm not quite sure what this would configure because it doesn't have an input-output stuff to it. So we'll skip that. It can be redstone controlled, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and break these guys. Alright, so yeah, I think this is only going to be like oh boy. That was better than I thought for being at such a reduced speed. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, no, you can't see me. I'm gone. I don't exist. I don't exist. Okay. That could have gone better. In the future, I definitely need to run cabling, but I will instead be soothed by the sounds of them dying terribly to water. I only put a few pieces of coal in there, so it shouldn't be running too terribly long. As a matter of fact, I don't hear any dying now, so I think I might be safe. One of the things I definitely need to find out is if these spawners are limited to range based on how close the player is, like a vanilla spawner. Because they're not spawning now, but it could just be because it's out of fuel. So if I die terribly here, we'll know what's up. No, that thing's still going. That's still going. Alright, let's get some food. I think if I do any more of this, I definitely make some fire resist potions. Yeah, they don't drop anything in the water. It's been a long time since I played that they actually did. That was probably a fixed specifically so that they couldn't be easily farmed. But anyway, what I'm thinking is, once I get these guys set up, it would be relatively easy to set up a area that had basically a drop system set up. And while you can't really drop blazes, they will fall to the ground if they're not attacking a player. So it should be relatively easy to get something like, say, the spikes from either extra utilities. I don't know if the punji sticks from Tinker's Construct will also work, but if they do, it is a pretty easy way to do damage to something. It's not fast, but it will work. And I think actually you can put more per block to speed it up. So yeah, so you can have like 1 or 5. Can I get these back? No, I don't think I can. Oh, no, there you go. The big test, though, is going to be, can punji sticks actually, do they give you drops? Because if they do, I think these are going to be my preferred killing method of choice, because they're cheap, they're renewable, and really, they're punji sticks. It's kind of fun to use them. I don't think there's really anything else I can do to test this right now. I just need to get a lot more stuff together. I tell you what, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call it for this episode. I've gone a little bit long today, and it's not been terribly exciting. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a message below, and as always, have a good day.